بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه، ملء السماوات وملء الأرض وملء ما بينهما وملء ما شاء ربي من شيء بعد. له الحمد ربي حتى يرضى، وله الحمد إذا رضي، وله الحمد بعد الرضا. وصلاة وسلاما على حبيبنا وقدوتنا وأسوتنا ومعلمنا الخير، صاحب اللواء المعقود والحوض المورود والصراط الممدود، سيدنا وحبيبنا وقدوتنا وأسوتنا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أفضل صلاة وأتم تسليم. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude and my profound gratitude and sincere thanks to the host of this event, the institution, the IAIS, for this generosity and for hosting this very important symposium and event for supporting Yemen. I would like also to thank MAPIM, presenting here by Chigo Saya, if he allow me to say that, Chigo Azmi Abdul Hamid, and he honoring us by his presence here and with his wisdom and with his wonderful thoughts that he shared with us just now. And I would like also to thank Pure Hands, representing here by Brother Dr. Muhammad Hajjaji, for this efforts, and all those who are here with us today. As Yemenis, we can't find the correct words and the enough words that can express our gratitude and thanks to Malaysia in every level, in the official level, with the government of Malaysia, and also with the public level and the civil level, and the NGOs and the people and the brotherly people of Malaysia. I'm very honored to be in Malaysia a long time now, and it was something of my great honor. I met around 4 Agongs until now, and I'm also honored by meeting around 5 prime ministers until now. And the common thing that was very clear during this long period for me here in Malaysia, all of them at the royal level, at the government, at the civil society, and at the level of the people as individuals, the common thing they shared with me, the love to Yemen and the attention to all the aspects and the issues regarding to Yemen. There is no difference in Malaysia regarding what's going on in Yemen. Yes, people maybe not understand well what's going on in Yemen. They are not going on the deep issues about Yemen, but at the end, whatever their opinion, whatever their knowledge, the one thing that gathering them, the love of Yemen and the support of Yemen that we felt all the way at the political level, at the humanitarian level, at the economic level, at the trade level, and people-to-people diplomacy also. We found us so very thankful for Malaysia, terima kasih Malaysia, and everyone in Malaysia. Regarding the situation in Yemen, yes, it is true. It's now 10 years of this crazy conflict, if I can say. Crazy conflict because there is no reason for this conflict. The victims of this conflict are Yemenis. The blood which shed is Yemeni. The souls that we lost are Yemenis. And the destruction that happened to Yemen. That's why we're so sad when we discuss about Yemen. I spent around 32 years of my life. I just arrived to my 50 years now. But 32 of my years of my life, I spent in the civil work, in the NGOs, in the societies, in the foundation. And I spent many of my activities talking about tragedies that happen in Muslim countries. I stood many times calling for fundraising for Palestine, for Bosnia, for Chechnya, for Somalia, for many places in the world. But when the first time I arrived to Malaysia in 2016, and there was an activity for fundraising for Yemen. Really, I stood there on the podium speechless. I can't say any word, because I never imagined that one time will come in my life that I will stand for fundraising for a tragedy in our country. The happy Yemen, the Felix Yemen, the peaceful place, the wonderful area, the wonderful land, the wonderful people, the wonderful country of Yemen, which is facing this crisis now, and we are gathering today to see how we can do in order to alleviate this burden in our people. So there is a cause for sure, and many times I repeated this statement that the war was not our choice. The war was not our decision. We are not the one who ran for the war, or we are happy with this war. We are not happy at all. But there was no option. There was no choice in front of us as Yemenis in order to protect our country, protect our republic, protect our legitimacy, protect our constitution, and also protect our people. Even though we are not happy with the continuation of this war, we are doing our best, and we did a lot in order to reach to peaceful solution for the crisis in Yemen, for the conflict in Yemen. And we still extending our hand for any single approach, any single effort in order to stop this war and reach to the peaceful and lasting solution in Yemen. We welcomed all the initiatives. We went to Geneva 1, Geneva 2, Geneva 3. We went to Kuwait peace talk. We went lastly to Sweden, to Stockholm. And we're still encouraging and welcoming all the initiatives, which sometimes making us as a legitimate government giving the priority for our people. Instead, sometimes there are some conditions we are not agree about it, we don't like it, but for the people and for the peaceful situation that we are looking for and restoring the peace in Yemen, we give a lot of these things that we don't like to do. But for our people, we can do more than that. So even though, just like Chico Azmi said, about any initiatives towards the peaceful solution in Yemen, we welcoming every single effort that will stop this war and also alleviating the suffering of our people. Regarding the humanitarian issue, as we know, and from all these figures that we just see in this wonderful presentation, either by Haji Khairul Anwar Khalid or by Dr. Daoud Abdul Malik Al-Hudabi, we can see how much this suffering of our people in Yemen. But again, we can say that don't underestimate any effort, whatever is small, whatever is not that big. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give barakah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give success for every single effort. The floods that came to the earth start with one just drop. One drop from the sky gathering with another drop, making these floods. The same thing goes to the good deeds. The same good goes to the good things. So all these efforts by the Malaysian civil organization and NGOs always will find a way to draw a smile in the face of a kid in Yemen or children in Yemen who are in need for this smile to bring the hope back to our people after all this suffering. And in this regard, I would like to thank all Malaysian NGOs, especially MRA here. Really, when they came to my office the first time in 2016, I think, really, I really, I'm not shocked, but really surprised about this kind of support and this kind of attention about the situation in Yemen and how they want to do something. And I thought they will just collect some money here in Malaysia and collect some food and send to Yemen, that's all. But they insisted to go by themselves to see the situation there and see and do some evaluation and assessment for the situation. And I was worried about them because, the situation was very tough there in Yemen and I was not safe at all. And I told them, I want you to go back to Malaysia in one piece. because really I was scared about the situation in Yemen, but they did it, really. They did it in a very wonderful way. They established their base there, they established their projects there, as we said, as we saw in the report. And really I'm congratulating you in MRA and all other missions in Yemen from Malaysia, because really Malaysia and Malaysian people show us what's the real meaning of the solidarity between Muslims. How does it mean to be Muslim, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَتِلْكَ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةٌ وَاحِدَةٌ. It is just one nation. مثل ما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم المسلم للمسلم كالبنيان يشد بعضه بعضا. So we are just one nation. We are one brotherhood. That's why Malaysia gave us this lesson in solidarity and brotherhood among Muslims. From our side in the government, in the legitimate government of Yemen, we are welcoming all these efforts. And we are more than ready to respond to anything from our side to facilitate the missions of the NGOs in Malaysia to go to Yemen or to do something there in Yemen in regards to the humanitarian situation. And regarding the idea from our brother Muhammad Al-Hajjaji from Pure Hands, we already established something like that here in Malaysia, and we have Yemen Aid 1 and Yemen Aid 2 campaigns, which gathered all Malaysian NGOs in one campaign. But I'm still calling for developing this body more and more. That's why I think, but I don't know, it is just a surprise now when Chico Azmi said about the 8th of March, because 8th of March also we have a gathering for all NGOs in Malaysia on 8th of March. That's why I'm surprised. Is it the same one or another one? We already discussed with the brothers in the Tawasul Foundation here in Malaysia. Because it should be on 11th of February, but they postponed to 8th of March. So we need to work together in order to make it one big one for everyone. My voice with Dr. Muhammad Al-Hajjaji calling for unifying of all these efforts, because when we united all these efforts, we can make more success, more impact in the humanitarian situation in Yemen. This will make us more collaborative, more cooperative, instead of scattered efforts that will not bring that much success to our project. So I'm putting my hand in the same idea of Dr. Muhammad Al-Hajjaji. I don't want to make it a long speech. Really, I'm very honored to be with you today in this wonderful event. And I said always that Malaysia opened the hearts before the gates for Yemenis. Malaysia at the political level, at the humanitarian level, having a special program with the authorities of the immigration department here in Malaysia in order to keep all our Yemenis people here in Malaysia under a legal status. And Alhamdulillah, this program now run for the 9th year with the Immigration Department of Malaysia, and we're very happy of that. And Alhamdulillah, now all Yemenis in Malaysia, I can say, they are very positive for the community here in Malaysia. They are participating in many activities. I'm very proud of the Tahfiz foundations that run by a lot of Yemenis. They're participating as ustaz, as sheikh in these Tahfiz schools. A lot of them having social activities. A lot of them are academicians in the Malaysian universities. I'm so proud of them, and also proud of our students who always bring the awards and the high levels in the universities. We have now new organization about scientific research for Yemenis. So a lot of positive things happen here in Malaysia because of this united efforts between Yemenis and Malaysians, and we can do more, inshallah, in the near future. So that's all, and I wish all the success for all the efforts of the Pure Hands and MAPIM and all the Malaysian NGOs, and for you all. Don't forget Yemen from your dua, from your support. I'm thanking for our brothers from Pakistan Embassy to be with us. Pakistan, we have a very long historical relations with Yemen. And our previous head of mission here in Malaysia now is our ambassador there in Islamabad. So thank you so much for your presence and for your support, which is meaning a lot to us. That's all. Wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.